Hi, I'm Elizabeth from Elizabeth's Healing Path, and today I'm going to be giving myself a manicure and talking about whether or not massage therapists should be wearing nail polish. Now, this is actually Coco, stop it. Why are all the pets always messing with my table with the camera? You don't even usually sleep there. Coco! Coco! Hey! Coco! Come here! Come back here. I thought we were hanging out. Coco! They're always come on. They're always pushing. Come on, up here. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Is it too hot to be on the couch? Does your foot hurt? Come on. Good girl. Yeah, you can go behind me. That's fine too. So when I was in nails, I was a nail technician before I was a massage therapist. So I was a nail technician while I was in school to become a massage therapist. And one thing that, so I would usually wear polish, and it was actually not allowed to wear polish in nail school. And I remember, especially when we took a test, that the teacher would take off points for hands-on finals if you were wearing nail polish. I remember filing off my polish, and she still took off points because she caught me with it before I came into class. And so it's kind of an issue, like should nail technicians or should massage therapists be wearing nail polish? So I'm going to be talking about that while I go over giving myself a manicure. I'm especially doing this now because it is black raspberry season. And if you grow black raspberries, you will know that it stains your nail. Now, when you think of what a nail looks like, that it's actually pretty clear. But the more layers you have, the more of like a milky white that it turns out to. But your nail beds are pink, which is why this part is pink. So this part all around my nail gets stained because every day I'm going out and picking about 4 cups of black raspberries off my bushes. And they're clean. I've actually already scraped it. Usually if I'm gardening and they get dirty, I scratch a bar of soap and now clean them right up, do dishes. I've done all of that, even clean the floor on my hands and knees, and it still doesn't come off. So I'm like, well, this is a really good time for me to wear nail polish because it looks dirty. It's not, but it looks dirty. So let's get started. So this is a nail clipper from Mayhas, which I really like. So now this is kind of directed at massage therapists, but anybody could use this. So as a massage therapist, we have to keep our nails short. Now, can a massage therapist wear acrylics, gels, things like that? Yes, you can. However, I would still recommend you keeping it the short length. Now, one of the benefits of doing it that way is that it tends to be softer, because gels and acrylics, they're thicker, so they're not as likely to scratch as the natural nail is. But you still want them to be short. So how do you know if they're short enough? You put them up, you look at them. I should not see any nail from this direction. Matter of fact, that is the bare minimum of shortness, which means if I cut them this short, by the end of the week, they'll be here, and I should still not be able to see them. Now, when I became a massage therapist, the increased circulation from doing so many massages meant that my nails actually, my hands are so stained from black raspberries, usually to get it off my hands, I exfoliate, and I haven't exfoliated at this today. I have done dishes though, and didn't get it all off. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, your nail growth will actually go faster. So sometimes I'll even need to trim my nails in the middle of the week. But if I cut them short enough on the beginning of the week, which is generally when I cut it, usually by Saturday, I'm still pretty good. One thing I like about this is I have a few nails here, but they go into here, and then you just have to remember to clean it out where you want it to go. So that's really nice. So obviously these are just my nail clippers, so I don't need to disinfect them like I did when they were for professional reasons. So I really like a crystal file. Not everyone likes these. They can feel kind of like nails against a chalkboard, but you just want to round your nails. so that you don't want a square nail when you're a massage therapist because the corners will scratch. So you want a round nail. And I really like the crystal file. It just seems more gentle on my nail. Now, when it comes to cuticles, what do I do for my cuticles? I don't really do anything for my cuticles. Something I noticed over the experience of being a nail tech is that the more you fuss with your cuticles, the worse they get and the more attention that they need. So I know people like pushing back in the shower. The nail will build up a callus because it perceives it to be damaged. So anything that you do to the cuticle has to be so gentle that your nail does not perceive it to be damaged and actually grow thicker. So people were like, oh, I have to push this back. I'm like, have you noticed, years and years later, this keeps getting worse and worse. So what you're doing is too much damage to the cuticle. Now, that being said, if I have a hangnail, you definitely want to cut that off. Be very careful. If it has a cut, like if I'm actually can see a little bit of red or something, I'll put a liquid Band-Aid on that because I do not want an open wound. Now, does wearing nail polish harbor things like bacteria and blah, blah, blah? No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. If someone has acrylic on and the backside lifts up, it's harder to clean, and it's actually more likely that they're going to get like a fungus if water gets under there and it doesn't dry out properly because it stays moist, and you can get a fungus that way. More importantly, it can happen if you don't go with someone good and they don't make sure they get all that lifting off and they seal it with more product, then you're definitely going to get a fungus. But as long as they're washing their hands, it's not that big of an issue. It's more dangerous for them. However, you having a cut, you having a hangnail, now that's a big issue. I like the liquid Band-Aids when it comes to my hand. If it's a big cut, I'm going to put a real Band-Aid on it and a finger cot, which is one of those gloves that just goes on the finger. But that would be upsetting. I don't like massaging with those. But I have them just in case. If you notice, it's always harder to do your dominant hand. Now, what do I do most weeks when I'm not going to be putting on polish? I just buff them. So like my next step is I really like these buffers, the 2-way buffers, not the 3-ways. So it says pink first side and then the printed side to go to a high shine. Now, I don't really want a high shine if I'm doing color. You want a little bit more of a texture on your nail. For the polish to adhere well to. You don't want a nice smooth surface. It's more likely the polish can just chip and peel off in that situation. But usually I'll buff one. I buff. And the nice thing about the buff is I kind of feel like it takes care of any little tiny cuticles because the cuticle will attach itself to the nail plate as the nail plate grows out. It kind of takes care of it and kind of gives a slight exfoliation to the cuticle without being too damaging. You just can't get comfortable today. Got my case over here. Got my fidgety dog. What color should I do? I just realized I don't have a base coat or a top coat for the polish I was going to use. So one of the reasons I stopped doing nails is I switched over to water-based polishes, and I just didn't want the exposure from polish, even though I was using Spa Ritual. Spa Ritual is a company that was the first professional company that I'm aware of that went like formaldehyde free. OPI was like the last company to go ahead and go formaldehyde free. Toluene, this is a vegan company. It was so nice. It was so hard like to read labels. Like, oh my god, when I was vegan, it's just like so I still have a couple of their colors just because I wanted to keep it. Man, I'm not used to that smell anymore because I'm just so used to using water-based. So I will say that the water-based polishes do not stay well on the hands. Now on the toes, I can get them to last them a whole month, no problem. So I can kind of encourage the polish to stay on a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and put some Cuticle Remover on. And I'm not going to be too aggressive, but I do want my nail to have a nice clean base. So although I do have a pusher here, I'm not going to be using it to push. I'm mostly going to be using it to spread around. You don't want to use this finger because over time this product can actually be irritating. So this is the Creative Cuticle Remover, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because cuticle on the nail harbors oils and will make it so that your polish does not stay on as well. But the cuticle can stay where the cuticle is supposed to be. All about nail health. Okay, one other thing while this is sitting on. I've seen massage therapists do this, maybe especially reflexologists, because they want their nail to be so short. This right here is called the free edge. It's where your nail attaches to the end of the fingertip. If you break that seal, it is a cut. You are now risking harboring bacteria. The client may be giving you something, getting infected. It's a cut just like any other cut in your finger, which means if you do it, you need a finger cot on it, okay? Because it's a cut, and you got to protect you, got to protect your clients. You do not want to break that seal. So when I trim my nails, and it's easy to see now because my nails are so dark from the black raspberries, you want a sliver there. Don't cut it all the way down. You do not want to risk doing that. And something that happens, not only is it damaged, the body perceives it to be damaged, that has to be healed. Over time, you will shorten your nail bed. This is the nail bed. This is the length of my nail bed. If you keep cutting it, you'll keep making that nail bed shorter. You don't want to do that. So although you want your nails to be short, like I get it, you still want a sliver of nail. Do not go too far. Again, that's not good for you or the client. Okay, I'm going to pause this because what I need to do is go wash your hands. So after you put on the cuticle remover, you could soak in a bowl, but I can just go wash my hands. So I'm going to pause this and go do that. Okay, I'm back. Hands washed, and I'm good to go. Now, you can use what this is called, like a little prep thing. This is the Spa Ritual True Bond. It's basically alcohol. You could totally just use rubbing alcohol. So some people companies who do water-based polishes, they say that the alcohol makes it too dry for their product to work well. And I've kind of toyed around with that as well. So you want a little bit of natural oil on the nail. I would normally do a base coat, but I can't seem to find one. I don't like base coat top coats because I find they don't do either job very well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this Spa Ritual Miss World. And I'm just going to put it directly on the nail. Now what you risk putting the polish directly on the nail, you risk the fact that it won't stay on as well, and it could stain the nail bed. There's nothing wrong with staining the nail bed, but if you're going to wear something like a red, you might stain the nail bed. Just like this henna that I put in my hair did. It stained my nail bed yellow. I don't like base coat top coats because they don't do either job very well. So, should a nail technician wear polish when they're kind of being taught that we shouldn't? Well, there's one thing. Why shouldn't we? When you work in the food industry, the reason you don't wear nail polish is because it could chip off and get into the food. Not good. Chipped polish in food, not good. And what about the fact that, what about the bacteria could harbor? That's actually a myth. That's not true. Oh, I need an orange wood stick. Orange wood stick. Whoop. Clean up messes. Yeah, I know I'm making it look easy. I used to do this for at least 10 years. 10 years? Around there. Acrylics, in theory, could harbor more bacteria through lifting of the nail. So you would have to make sure you maintain them, go to somewhere good, use good product, that kind of thing. So it's not bacteria reason. A chipping polish is not going to affect the client's service, as opposed to like getting nail polish chips on them. That's not a thing. If you're working with a lot of essential oils, it could break them down, and then your polish would look terrible. That's a thing. People who do like raindrop therapy, the oils especially break down the, do I even have nail polish remover anymore? Because I never use it. So what? Why, seriously, are we not allowed to wear nail polish? Because none of those reasons are adding up. And the only reason I can think of is that there's still a stigma. Because are nurses allowed to wear nail polish? If you know, please comment below. It might be depending on, and they actually might have good reasons not to. I mean, especially surgical, but you're wearing gloves when you're a nurse and you're doing surgery. I'm curious, are nurses allowed to? Do they tell personal trainers, physical therapists, chiropractors, are they allowed to wear nail polish? If you know the answer to that, please comment below. I would love to know. So the only reason that I can think of is that there are some rules and things that have come about that we're being taught. They're being passed down from teacher to teacher without valid reason because it has an association with being sexualized. Now, I don't know any guy that's like, ooh, look, nail polish. She must be a sex worker. I don't think that's a thing. I think makeup's more likely for that to happen. And I don't think there's anything wrong with massage therapists wearing makeup either. It goes along with that whole stigma that's in society that, what was she wearing for her to get sexually assaulted? That you should change the way what you're wearing. And yes, I definitely think you need to dress professionally. But I think what you wear has a bigger impact on that than wearing nail polish. Is it possible you might get more transference if you were wearing makeup and nail polish? I would say maybe more with makeup, maybe. But it's really a stigma that's outdated and needs to go away. It's so outdated. Now, I don't wear nail polish simply because I'm washing my hands a gazillion times per day, and it doesn't last. As you can tell, I'm just putting, if you notice I skipped a nail, that's intentional. I'm going to do an accent nail. I'm doing 3 coats because I don't have a base coat or top coat. It's a stigma that, in my opinion, needs to disappear. Where I teach at a massage school, and right now we don't have that rule. It's gone from this particular school. And this is the same school I went at, so it kind of depends on who's running the program and what rules are in the school. But I was on a Facebook chat and someone was asking about nail polish, and some massage therapists were like, only wear nudes and stuff like that. And no, if you want to wear red, rock a red. Do you think you have to maintain it, which means if it starts to, little chips are okay, but if it starts to chip too much, you gotta take it off. Because people, when you say you're a massage therapist, they do look at our hands. So I do not condone massage therapists with long nails. I've known massage therapists that have had long nails, and I've heard many, many clients come to me and complain to me about that person's nails, that they could feel them. I mean, I have clients tell me they can feel my nails. Look how short they are. And when I show them, they're like, oh, yeah, I guess you can't get any shorter than that. That's why some massage therapists do like wearing the artificial, because they find that clients are less likely to comment on nail sharpness. Also, you don't want to just cut your nails. You want to file them. That can lead to it feeling sharp. Okay, so what am I? This is just the regular spa ritual polish, oil-based, smelly. I need acetone to take it off. Now I'm going to show you what I do for my toes, in which I use a water base. I've been using the Sophie by Piggy Paint. So Piggy Paint is a kid's water-based polish, and I liked it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use their primer, and I'm not sure if it's just alcohol. It doesn't seem quite just like alcohol. It's to prime the nail just like the other primer. Make sure the pH is all right of your nail and things like that. Now this says shine top coat. I'm going to use it more than that. Should have gotten this out before my nails were wet. Okay, so this is how I got those glitters. This is, what brand is this? Gala Glitter? Gaia glitter. It might be Gaia, G-A-I-A-I glitter. It's biodegradable glitter. Super ultra fine. So nice. It's such a nice, I can't, I'm just gonna say it's so nice. It's great. It works really well for this. The other glitter does not quite work as well, but this ultra fine stuff, what do I want my accent to be with this pink? I'm just gonna go with green, because you know green's my favorite color. It's a really pretty silver green, as opposed to a lot of my greens that I have are goldy greens. So first thing I'm going to do is just put a base layer down on both my little accent nails. Man, I haven't painted my nails in so long. I always just do my toes. Blowing your nails slightly helps. Slightly. It's more likely that you might smudge them while you're blowing on them though. You want the shine to just be gone with this. I'm going to pause so that I want them to be nice so you guys can see how nice it is. So if I would have been like polishing all my nails, by the time I would have gotten to the end, they would have been done. But I'm going to pause this for just like 2 minutes. Look how cute that face is. Okay. So I'm going to take it, and when you take off your brush, you want to go halfway down one of the side of the bristles and all the way down the others, and it leaves like a little ball at the tip of your brush. And I want to load that with the glitter. And I'm just going to, if you don't use super fine glitter, it does not work that well, but I'm just going to go ahead and pack this on. And you kind of have to finagle it and push it around. And do maybe a little bit more tapping before you tap it into place and then smooth it out. Tap, 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 tap. Smooth. You can see that glittery nail there. And actually, usually there's enough polish on to do a couple nails and load it up with more glitter and do the other. This is also how I do my niece's nails, because I don't want them to have water-based or oil-based nail polish. I want them to have water-based. And it just, the glitter stays on like this, stays on so, not only do I fact that I love glitter, it stays on better than the regular water-based. I have a few colors there, but this I just found lasted so much better. And like I said, it did not work this well before I bought the super fine, ultra fine, or I forget what they call it. And this glitter is the thinnest, the smallest particles I've ever seen. So I'm gonna dip again. I'm just gonna put a second coat. I do like this Sophie. I also like Piggy Pink, to be honest. I think it's all nice. But my favorite is these glitters. Look how pretty that is. So what do you think of the color combination? Because it's kind of it's a pink with maybe a little bit of orange in it. Orange and green go though. I love this green though. My niece's no green is my favorite color. Okay, I'm going to cover this because glitter falling all over is traumatizing. But I have, these are the only colors I think that I liked of theirs. So this is pretty much the color variety that I have. I think maybe there was black and I don't want black. This is a gold, blue, purple. This is a red, but it's a very light red. I would have liked a deeper red. My chunkier glitter is a deeper red, green, and pink. And then last step is to top coat it. Now the one thing I will say that this polish lasts so well that nail polish remover doesn't really take it off. So how I get it off my toes, and I guess how I'm going to have to get it off my fingers, I actually have to file it off. Now your toes are so thick, you're like filing it off, no big deal. When you go to file something off your nail, you can significantly thin out your nail bed, and you would probably not really like that. But I did it for you guys. Like I said, there's definitely water-based polishes that are, here's one from Scotch. That one goes on okay. They, just gotta play with them. I do say Piggy Pink has a really nice smooth texture as it goes on, and I don't have any of the Sophie colors yet, but I would anticipate the same kind of quality from that. But these are water-based, or oil-based. This is a oil-based, water-based, oil, water. You need acetone to take this off. Water-based polishes are actually trickier to take off. I still like to use acetone to take these off. There are nail polish removers. Here's Hopscotch's soy polish remover, a kid-centric cosmetic line. I just find that they don't work very well. Maybe that's why I also don't like putting them on my hands, because it's very difficult to remove. So there you go, my take on whether or not only a manicure to hide these black raspberry stained nails, but also my take on whether or not massage therapists should be wearing nail polish. I vote yes. I vote rock any color you want to. People look at your nails, and everyone has different values. You might have clients that be like, no, I don't want my massage therapist wearing polish. And you might have some that be like, wow, that's a really nice color, because they look at our nails. Either way, you want to cut, file, and buff your nails to a high gloss shine, which is generally what I do every single week. So thank you for watching, and leave a comment below, even if it's just to tell me how cute Coco looks. Thanks for watching.